Hello, 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 everyone. My name is M2Nest Cartridge, and today I will be bringing you this episode of the Super Metroid Multi-Category Extension Tournament. And today we've got Iron Rusty and susreime racing max% GT code. I'm here today in the booth with Kevnastics. How are you doing today? This is going to be a fantastic race. What do you think?
I'm pretty excited, MM2. I mean, how often do you get to see susreime run max GT code in a tournament? That just for anybody that doesn't know, just get ready to feast your eyes on this. It was kind of a gutsy move. susreime banned 69%, and Iron Rusty went to max GT code. So I guess he decided he wanted to race one of the best in the business for this category and test his mettle. But this is going to be a really exciting showcase of so much tech. MM2, do you want to talk about just the incredible variety of tech we're going to see tonight?
Yeah, this is going to be like you said, this is going to be an incredible display of years of practice and skill and everything under the sun from susreime and Rusty. susreime is just, he's a phenomenal SM runner in general, but max% GT code is his specialty. He's spent a long time working on this category. He's got a 114 in the category, and he doesn't even do the zero tank dive. He gets gravity and all that stuff, and he still has a 114, which is just an insane time, given that record to 107 and doing zero tank dives that saves 7 minutes. So it's just gonna be crazy to see what susreime pulls out. And Rusty too. He picked max% GT code against the best in that business. So he's got to have something up his sleeve.
Yeah, really interesting to see. I'm going to hopefully try to focus a little, give Iron Rusty some time. It's going to be really difficult to not focus on susreime. I can't remember if susreime is second or third in this category, but definitely has one of the top times and has very interesting routing as well. You're going to see some, hopefully, and I'm crossing my fingers, some really interesting bomb jumping techniques that I've seen susreime do. And Iron Rusty has been grinding out all these categories here. And I got to say, when I was watching the Nintendo Power Percent run, I think that's the first time I've seen susreime do anything else but max% GT code. So definitely going to be interesting to see what he brings to the tourney. But susreime is definitely the favorite for tonight.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. He's put so much time into this category. He is third on the boards behind Zenny and Zost, who both do the zero tank dive route, which susreime
That
does
was my
not.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah, he's definitely the favorite for this category, but anything can happen. So we will see.
Yeah, and for those who don't know what Max GT code is, we're going to use the GT code just like you do in GT Spacetime, just like you do in GT Classic. So basically, our runners are going to collect a variety of items and then get to GT's lair and then input the GT code. And then after that, they're going to get every non-major item in the game. So they're not going to get any beams. The only movement item they're going to get would be, I guess, Screw Attack would be considered a movement item. But they're going to pick up all the missiles, all the power bombs, all the super missiles, and all the E-tanks and reserves after they do the GT code. But here's the catch. They have to get to GT's lair with no E-tanks, one missile pack, one super pack, one power bomb pack, and that is all they can get. They can get major items. They can, they have to get the morph ball. They can pick up Varia's suit. They can, the traditional route is to get the Varia's suit, to get the gravity suit. I'm not sure if you can do gravity suit first. I'm sure you could if you were, just
Yeah, I mean you can,
supreme.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
you can, but that's a hard Phantoon fight.
it's
You know
not
what I
even the
mean?
Fantoon fight that's the hardest part. You have to
Well,
do an
getting over the
infinite
moat, right?
Yeah, no, it's not even that. You have to do an infinite horizontal bomb jump across bowling.
Yeah, that's right, across bowling. So, I wouldn't put it past susreime to be capable of that, but I would not expect that to be a race-safe scenario. So, we're most likely going to see our runners get the Varia suit, make their way up to wreck ship, spark across the moat, or, susreime, I've seen him do bomb jumps across the moat. So, I don't want to spoil too much for you folks because this is going to be, it's just a really incredible run. And if you've never had the privilege or the pleasure of watching Max GT Code, get ready for this. This is actually becoming one of my new favorite categories to run, and I have definitely not a super good time. I think my BB is a 134, so susreime's got about 20 minutes on me.
Yeah. Um, I gotta agree with you. This is probably my favorite category out of the 5 categories in this tournament. But speaking of that, we should probably give you a rundown on how this tournament works. So for each match, it's a best.
Meet the new Hatch Restore. Designed by sleep experts and personalized for you, Restore combines a soft bedside light, soothing sleep sounds, and a sunrise alarm clock so you can get your best sleep naturally. Because better nights make for better days. And better sleep makes for a better you. Hatch Restore, because we could all use better sleep.
Of 3, but there are 5 categories. So each runner is going to get a ban, and which will allow them to select one category that they're going to say will not be raced, and then the other runner will pick for the first 2 matches. That's going to be the first 2 races, and then that's going to be two different races of different categories, and then the third match will just be whatever is remaining. So yeah, that's basically how this tournament will be working, and then yeah, it's just gonna be really exciting to see how it shakes out.
I'm really super pumped to be a part of it. I have my first race tomorrow, and I think you have your first race tomorrow. I'll be going against Prankard, and you're going to be with Cashmon. But also later tonight after this race, at 11 p.m., we have Bands versus Legends racing Telomorph, and I believe they're going to do back-to-back. They're going to do their first 2 runs back-to-back. So once Max GT code is over, if you haven't gotten enough of your Super Metroid fix, make sure you check out those later races as well. They're going to be super exciting. And Rusty just finishing up BT, and susreime doing a really sweet right side Alcatraz. And yeah, let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah, and he's arm pumping down Terminator. What is this madness? And yeah, that's a really clean Terminator E-Tank skip. You do have to skip that E-Tank in this category.
Now, MM2, let's say our racers make a, crazy mistake. Like, let's say they get to high jump boots, for instance, and they clip that E-Tank and they pick it up. What happens then?
You'd probably have to take a reset. And Rusty is remembering he has to not pick that E-Tank up, but he not quite as fast as susreime, but does get the job done.
That got a little too close for my comfort. I was running Max GT earlier this morning, and that's why I mentioned the high jump boots, because I totally forgot what I was doing when I got to the high jump boots room. And
yeah, I've done that too.
And I'm like, oh, man, I gotta reset. So
yeah,
we're looking for 135%. If you don't get that, I believe we've decided to do a case-by-case time penalty rather than doing forfeit or disqualification, just to kind of keep the tournament running smoothly. So if that does in fact happen, then the mods will get together and decide what exactly the penalty ought to be.
Yeah, just the hope is that we don't have to do that. Just
this is kind of experimental. It's these are very a-traditional categories to run in Super Metroid.
Yeah, but these are also really a-traditional skill levels. As you just see susreime not even bothering with the standard golden mock ball. You see him missile the Rio and he goes for the weave, doesn't quite get it, but that's just really crazy. And he skips charge beam. This man is a legend.
Are you serious? Holy crap!
Yeah,
just to let you know, that charge beam usually is a safety that you would pick up in Max GT to make the Phantoon fight a little bit easier. There's and I guess we can talk about it more when we get into it. I would expect Rusty to pick up the charge beam, and I know a lot of runners pick up the charge beam because there's a trick to damaging down Phantoon because you have no tanks. You're just going to have the Varia suit, so you can use that charge beam to perform a pseudo screw, which will help you go through Phantoon's flames or go through Phantoon himself without taking damage. And I'm not going to spoil what the other strats that might come up for that Phantoon fight, but susreime is not going to have any protection other than Varia's suit and his own wits and skill to get him through that Phantoon fight.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Rusty does have charge beam, which is a really top-notch safety.
Yeah, I gotta agree. That charge beam is it's a quite quick pickup for a lot of safety upgrade. So it's really worthwhile if you feel like you want the safety, But yeah, of course, susreime, a veteran of this category, a guru, as you could say. Yeah, he definitely has no need of that charge beam.
Already proving he's a master of the KO. I think I've seen him KO 3 enemies so far, and we're not even 9 minutes into this run.
Yeah, it's crazy what he can do.
KO is a way to kind of clip through through an enemy, or maybe it has something to do with an interruptible animation. I'm not totally fresh on all the tech, but I definitely know a KO when I see one.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
Rusty
got
gonna be
him.
picking up the spacer beam, so this is potentially gonna be used for maybe golden shower strats on Fantoon, but or maybe just a safety throw upper north air and wreck ship or whatever. It's definitely
Ooh.
susreime. This is bad for susreime. He's missed the crate quick kill. This is quite bad. Especially
Well, he's lucky he got that super in. If he had missed that super, not having charge beam, he would have been soft locked at Kraid. Because if you do not give Kraid enough damage to make him stand up, it is a 100% soft lock. So susreime's going to have to clean this up. I mean, he is a marksman, but with his health low, it's going to be tough to draw missile drops out of these claws and these fingernails, and only one of them will dish out a missile. So this is Rusty's chance right now, early in the game. Could absolutely catch up.
Yeah, I gotta agree. This is a prime opportunity for Rusty to save some time back. The lead susreime has already garnered.
Susreime not being shy at all, getting right in there, getting right up into Kraid's face, getting right into those spikes. Let's see how he finishes this off. It looks like Kraid needs about maybe 2 more missiles. Oh my goodness, a rare super drop. So this will take Kraid out right away if Susreime can hit it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's a crazy Kraid quick kill to miss. It's just extremely bad. But then that was just a masterful cleanup from susreime.
I'm going to agree. And little Blitz RNG there, because I don't know, I've done GT Classic fights like that so many times, and I'm very willing if I've gotten a super drop from Kraid's fingernails. I know I have at least once, but it is a rare drop.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten a super drop from Kraid's claws.
So another stand-up from Rusty. It just seems like GT Classic and GT it had GT code in it. Seems like Kraid is going to be a pain in the butt. Anybody that saw our GT Classic tournament early in the year will know that Kraid is no joke. You missed that quick kill, and there you go.
Well, really nice angle shot there from susreime. That was just pristine.
I was watching a lot of susreime's marksmanship strats in Nintendo Power Percent run that he had. I was just amazed, like, when he was beating Spore Spawn, for instance, just how accurate he is with really any projectile.
Yeah, and not just that, he's just a really solid SM runner, and we're about to see some of that from him right now. So usually when you run this category, you go down into upper north air to go get the speed booster and potentially the high jump boots and maybe even the wave beam if you feel like it, in order to cross the moat and make wreck ship doable. But we're just gonna see some really nice bomb jumps from susreime. That was just pristine. That was oh my god.
First time I saw him do that, I didn't even believe that was possible. I mean, that is just ridiculous. I mean, holy cow, everybody.
Crazy. Yeah.
That's a whole Ruby strat. I just know that is unattainable strat for most humans.
Yeah, he's shaving all the frames everywhere and is doing everything he can. So yeah, now susreime will be picking up the alpha power bombs here with that very nice D boost. And yeah, this is going to be the last non-major item he's going to be picking up before GT code gets Vile Plume there with that missed D boost there, but that's not a big deal. He might be wanting to farm some health back up before Fantoon.
Yeah, just to show everybody just exactly, hit one of those zeros. That's 30 damage with Varia. I know 20, they hit pretty hard.
20 with Varia. Okay, he's got 64, so yeah, he'll be taking the save here. I like this play.
That's probably a good idea. But just to give everybody perspective at just how tough this category is and how really good susreime is, Rusty's a good runner. And he's picked up high jump boots, and he's going to go all the way and pick up speed, which is what I do. I actually take the exact same safeties in my route that Rusty does. Susreime is going to completely ignore all of Upper Norfair and just go straight to the moat. So we are going to see that bomb jumping over, whereas Rusty, when he gets to the moat, will have to do a nice spark to get over the moat, which will also leave Rusty with pretty low health getting into Fantoon. But there's some other strats you can do to increase your energy level to full before you get to Fantoon.
Yeah,
Also,
so here we go. Here we go.
yeah. Now, a lot of people that watch any percent, they see the horizontal bomb jumping that you would typically see here, and that is a big, choke point for runners in any percent. That Fantoon first route. Now, look at Susreime. Yeah, if he hits that missile, it is a reset.
Proven performance. That's a good place to start. Add to that unbeatable gas mileage, and you got yourself one heck of a gasoline. Texaco with Techron. Proven performance, unbeatable mileage, and a catchy name. Texaco with Techron. Driving performance.
That's just no joke.
Yeah, he can't pick that up. That's the. Oh no! That was really unfortunate. He was going for a bomb jump to the right, so that he could get all the way across to the right side of the moat. But yeah, he almost picked that missile up, but didn't do it.
I mean, that would definitely give Rusty a big advantage. Rusty's Max GT PB is a little bit closer to mine.
Well, I wouldn't say it would be a big advantage for Rusty, because Susreime did take a save just very recently at the top of Red Tower.
Oh, you're right about that. That's actually probably very smart. I wouldn't imagine that Susreime would do that in this PB or anything like that, but I don't know. In this category, I always save before Fantoon, and the strats I do are, so much less risky than Susreime.
Yeah, this is insane from Susreime.
Yeah, if you want to find out how hard that is, get your Super Metroid cartridge out and just get that practice round out and give this a whirl. I don't think I could make it past the first bomb jump.
Yeah, he did get quite a lot of height on that near the tail end of that last bomb jump there. So
Yeah, still, I feel bad like I'm ignoring Rusty, but it's just like transfixing just watching this and the power. I mean, look how close he is to that.
Yeah, it's just crazy to think that somebody can do this in an RTA run. He's getting a lot of height there, but he does get it. Oh my god, that was just beautiful from Susreime.
Bonkers, man, bonkers. So the other difference between this route and, for instance, say GT Classic is you see getting power bombs after Varia and going up Red Tower. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do early power bombs because you have to go all the way into wreck ship. So that's another difference between the other GT routes. Rusty is going to make his way up Red Tower and to get his first pack of power bombs, and then likely will save before Fantoon. Like I said, it's a pretty dangerous fight, but here comes Susreime right here, and let's all wish him luck for this Fantoon fight.
Yeah, this is.
I don't think we're going to see any intentional enraging here.
Yeah, I highly doubt that. Rusty having a bit of issues with Red Tower.
Do you want to talk about how difficult it is to Doppler Fantoon when you only have a 5 missile max?
Yeah, it's just insane. You'll see him leaving these drops on the table here. He wants to not have full missiles so he can get as many drops as possible. Yeah, you'll see him. Oh, he just barely missed that Fantoon open. Yeah. Wow, very nice diagonal Doppler there from Susreime. That was really nice. Yeah, if you didn't catch it, Rusty. If you saw yesterday's race where Rusty unfortunately soft logs in the Well, he crashed the game to the Alpha Spark and the Yapping Maw. You saw him super that Yapping Maw earlier when he was going down, and
Yeah, I
Susreime
missed
gets
that.
a rare left mid. Oh my
Oh,
god, Fantoon's got it out for Susreime.
yeah, because it's susreime, I'm not worried. But with like most anybody else, I'd be a little nervous right now. I forget it. The Flames hit 20 or 30
20.
with Varia.
20. They do 20 with Varia.
20 damage. So we're going to be in beeping range if we take a hit by a flame right here. Right there we go. Open.
Oh, this is Oko for Susreime. Oh no! Oh no! And Susreime takes the death. That's
Now it's
so
okay.
unfortunate.
We
Yeah.
got it. We got a backup save.
Yeah, he did get that save, but that's just. And now Rusty regains the lead, and Susreime does have to do that bomb jump all over again.
And I just said I wasn't worried. I feel bad now. You know, there's the commentator curse, as they like to call it. So Rusty's going to charge up his spark right here. It looks like he's waiting for that gap to close. Now he's. Uh-oh. Don't hit this missile.
He's got
please.
it.
Okay,
Yeah,
he's
if you
got it.
spark near the top, then you're fine.
Yeah, I prefer to go. I prefer to actually go in the moat ring because I want to have about 63, 64 energy when I get here. And Rusty's going to do really tight jumps right here. This is tough with speed and high jump. I personally like to do the menuing. A very safe strat there. I like to do the menuing and take off boots and take off speed. It's a little bit easier for me to do that spark across the moat. So what we're probably going to see Rusty do is hopefully not get hit by a covert and then drop a power bomb and farm a energy off the atomics at the bottom of the shaft down in the basement here.
Oh, you said it didn't get hit by Cobra, but he just. That's
Oh,
just
God.
unfortunate. Oh, and Rusty takes a death too. That's so unfortunate.
You know, there's so many times where I've done a max GT code run, and I will die like 7 times before I ever make it to. I don't know if you're in GT's ladder. This is a very surprisingly volatile category. I think
Yeah,
front
you
right
gotta
is
agree.
much harder than GT Classic.
Yeah.
Shadow giving a really sweet fact right there that I appreciate. You can kill the green rippers with 2 missiles. You don't need a super, so that's pretty good. I like that. Thank you, Shadow.
Susreime just dropped his bombs up near the end. Really unfortunate. And Rusty is right. If Rusty can get across the moat before Susreime does, he'll be back in the lead for now.
So already a very surprising turn of events here for both Susreime and Iron Rusty. Very interested to see how this turns out, but so far, this category is living up to its reputation of volatility. Come on, Rusty, you got this.
And Rusty takes the lead. So yeah, it'll be up to Fantoon for now.
Yeah, so there are very few categories I think that you see run regularly where saves are very like almost an integral part of the run when you're doing it in a race. So really nice to see these runners be a little bit extra safe to make sure that they don't have too far to go backwards for some of these more volatile areas. But once we do make it to GT, some of that volatility is going to disappear, and then the amount of time you save is just relative to just how excellent you are at all the strats needed to pull off, I don't know, just quick times. Oh, come on, Rusty, get down there. All right, let's lay that power bomb.
It's a power bomb drop, so yeah, he'll be farming these guys. Okay, so he's got 87 entering Fantoon, so he'll be fairly fine.
And you know, he does have one more power bomb. We might see what you were talking about, that golden shower strat. I definitely have a clip of me accidentally killing Fantoon with a golden shower. So, but I'll be honest here, you don't really have to worry about the Cobrans if you just keep moving through the room. That's exactly what I do. I try to get through that room as quick as possible. So I agree wholeheartedly there.
And Susreime smartly only using two missiles on that first round of Fantoon after the first 4, so he can save 2 for a potential left fast, which would be really unfortunate if he had 0 there. Yeah, playing it fairly safe here. And Rusty's just going to be doing just charge spacer strats for at least that first round.
All right, that's pretty good.
Takes out Fantoon.
So susreime's got Fantoon down. That was a really quick Fantoon kill, and so he's definitely off. Right there. So yeah, charge shots are probably a good way to go for Rusty. He's only got that one super left. I don't know about you, MM2. Me, I try to do two missiles, and then I purposely enrage Fantoon. And that usually guarantees if I don't die like a 2 or 3 round Fantoon. But it does suck up a lot of time. Um, I don't know what strats
Yeah.
you have, how you do Fantoon in this category.
Yeah, I mean, I just do I try to do what susreime does, but it's a lot slower just because I'm not susreime. And I also haven't put all this time into this category, and he's just reaping the efforts of the rewards of his efforts, I should say.
Oh, nice Doppler there from Rusty. If he could have connected that super, that would have been all she wrote for Fantoon. So I hope he can stay. Oh, geez. I hope he can stay alive long enough to take out Fantoon. Looks like one super ought to do the trick.
Yeah. But then susreime already passed Attic, which is another really hard choke point of low ammo wreck ship. But Rusty's speed booster will make it fairly trivial, but susreime just showing a masterclass in low ammo Attic. That was really nice. And now susreime will be going on to bowling. He does need to not take more than 3 hits, but he doesn't have any high jump or speed, so he should be fine. Doing those D boosts so he can just go straight into the bowling Chozo's arms, doesn't need to do any extra jumping. That's really nice from susreime.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. Yeah, I'd say at least half the time I go through here, I come out of bowling with 9 health. But that's also why, me personally, when I start entering red ship, I like to take off high jump boots and I like to take off speed because you can get a little bit more horizontal momentum going through bowling. Makes it easier to do a 2 jump than you can with speed and high jump. I mean, you can do a 2 jump with speed and high jump. It's a
Yeah.
little bit more difficult. And
If
Rusty
you're gonna
being very
mention,
careful. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah. Well, susreime does have that gravity suit now, so that was the main reason we came here to wreck ship before GT code. So we do need that gravity suit because the goal of the early part of this run is to get to GT and execute that GT code. But to do that, we can't just survive lava dive without with only no E tanks.
Well, if you're Zost or Zenny, you could do it.
I mean, yeah, I mean you can, but these runners won't be doing that. So we do need that. So yeah, we do need that gravity suit to get past the lava dive area and into GT's lair.
Yep, and susreime doing a little bit of farming there, picking up a power bomb. You can farm a little bit of health and missiles going back through Hellway on the way down to, and I think let me think. So susreime should blow the tube, correct? With the
Yeah.
power bomb before going to lower warfare. Okay,
I
just
would
like in
see
GT
that
Classic.
happen. And he's going to be farming up some presumably health and supers for both the lava dive and the green gate glitch that's going to follow it.
Yeah, I personally think that this lava dive is one of the few things that's easier in this category compared to GT Classic. With now susreime doesn't have high jump boots, so his lava dive is going to be a little bit trickier than Rusty's. And there's Rusty with the Rusty with the 9 health coming out of there. Must have taken another hit at bowling. But with the lava dive, we're going to be doing a gravity jump. So since susreime will be there very fast, basically the tech that susreime is going to use is when he gets down to the gravitron, he's going to pause and then try to jump basically when he's off camera, and then turn the gravity suit off in the pause menu. And then when he unpauses, that jump height will be used to kind of project him through the weird lava physics. I don't really know. I'm certain that somebody can explain that a little bit better than I can, but it's pretty wild, and you see it in a lot of randos and
yeah,
20%.
Yeah, the main way it works is just the fast jump height and acceleration of the gravity suit combined with the slow deceleration of the not gravity suit. So it just works. Is how I think of it. Yeah, susreime. Notably, he doesn't have speed booster, so he's going to have to go through Cathedral and that area before getting to the lava dive. But he's here now, so he won't be taking a save before lava dive, but potentially could be taking a save after lava dive. Not going to even be farming, so he will only have 3 tries of that green gate glitch. But yeah, we'll see how that works. But yeah, susreime coming up to lava dive down. Nice down back there. It's quite a down back. And here he goes. Turns off the gravity suit, does the jump, voids that fireball. That is a 1-hit KO, and gets the wall jump. So yeah, really nice. And will be taking that save. So good to see that. And Rusty fires the super again at the
A little
wrapping
more,
wall.
a little more revenge on the wrapping wall.
Yeah, and susreime notably doesn't turn the gravity suit on. You don't need the gravity suit again until post GT code, and the GT code will just turn it on again for you. So there's no need to turn gravity suit back on.
So we have one more, well, basically 2 more hurdles for susreime to go. He's got the green gate glitch here on the left with 3 supers to spare, but we have a save, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. And after that, there you go. And after that, we just have the GT code left. And so susreime's going to hold down all the face buttons, X, Y, A, and B, while moving through the door into GT's lair. Now, you can't fire a shot because you'll crash the game, and you have to turn off spacer. So perfectly executed by susreime, and very well done. And we're laying that power bomb just so that it makes it a little easier to get those GT missiles, and everybody can get ready to feast your eyes on just absolutely supremely glorious Super Metroid movement.
Yeah, this portion from here to the end from susreime is just going to be just very, just extremely, just beautiful movement. I'm very excited to see how this goes. Yeah, Rusty, a bit behind here. He'll be making his way through the lava dive here.
So you're going to see Rusty with high jump boots is not going to have to jump off the Namahe on the same way that susreime did. If he times it right, he could be able to get all the way up to that ledge without doing any wall jumps at all, or possibly a wall jump off that ledge. Yeah, very well executed by Rusty. Sometimes I like to take that save right before Frog Speedway right there, just in case I miss that jump, but very excellent, very well done, and Rusty is saving there, so we will have a continued double race. susreime, by the way, going to collect the GT missile. You have to circle all the way back around and get this missile. We cannot leave any minor items behind.
Yeah, it's a slow trek, but you have to take it, and he's just showing off the precise power bomb placement in the room after the gate, which allowed him to get up there with only 1 power bomb as opposed to 2.
Yeah, there's some very interesting routing for Max GT. It's basically you're kind of doing hundo. You're picking up all these minor items. We already have the major ones, and so we don't need to pick up any of those items.
Yeah, GGG here gets it 4th try.
Oh wow!
So yeah, it did have 1 extra to spare, but did get it. So we'll be continuing. And we just saw a high five from these runners.
Yes, and I'm hoping Rusty can input this.
And did get it, so.
Beautiful.
So worth noting. So if you paid close attention to what susreime did upon activating the GT code, he drained his reserves, which is going to be important for bowling skip coming up later in his run. Rusty didn't, which means he won't be doing bowling skip. But yeah, it's gonna be a time save for susreime, and that's gonna be really nice to see.
Yeah, if you don't know what bowling skip is, susreime has already started a little bit of the planning for it, and we'll talk about it much more heavily when we get into the dragon fight. because that's where the bulk of the preparation for that strat will occur.
Yeah, it's really after the Dragon fight where, but yeah, we'll get there when we get there. For now, susreime just got the Mickey Mouse missiles, so he will be making his way up Amphitheater. Nice power on lay there to overwrite the sound cue, which saves a few frames in the door transition.
Yeah, what you're going to see right now is going to be just like, wow, nice grapple strat there.
Yeah, that's getting a drop there from the Key Hunter. Very nice.
That's farming. Susreime does a really great job utilizing the grapple beam, and that's always really cool to see more runners finding more utility for the grapple beam. But what you're going to see is this route right down here in Lower Norfair is just pretty much going to follow your standard Hundo route. We're going to pick up all the items in basically the same order once you have the GT done and you get to the GT missiles. So it's pretty much the same. And once you get out of Norfair, once you get out of Lower Norfair, that's when things really kind of heat up. And there's a lot of different ways you can route through the game. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see Rusty and susreime both do completely different routing.
Yeah, and just really nice metal pirates there. Really nice flower house. Just really nice pre-Ridley rooms from susreime. Those 3 rooms are all linked to each other. You can get if you get the metal pirates, you can continue through to flower house and then through to pre-Ridley room. And now we're in the Ridley fight for susreime. He's going to be using mostly charge shots, but did also use some supers, so we might see more of those in the fight. But yeah, who knows? Already up to the
Proven performance. That's a good place to start. Add to that unbeatable gas mileage, and you got yourself one heck of a gasoline. Texaco with Techron. Proven performance, unbeatable mileage, and a catchy name. Texaco with Techron. Driving performance.
to the 11s, Ridley's changed color, and he's keeping on going, just non-stop peppering of shots on Ridley. More supers. And looks like Ridley's dead for susreime, and very nice fight. That was just extremely clean and a masterpiece of just Ridley fighting in Super Metroid.
Yeah, get ready, folks, because you are about to see a clinic in superior Super Metroid movement. I always kind of like, after the first time I watched susreime do a GT Max run, I just want to see him run more categories. I would like to see what kind of times he can put in with just all the strats that he has. Some really interesting ones, like his pink Brinstar cleanup is absolutely amazing. Just second to none in a lot of areas.
Yeah, he's got it. He's put all the time into this category, and he's showing his mastery of just everything with this category.
Now, MN2, one thing we did forget to mention, and I'm just kind of looking at chat here, is we never did talk about exactly what the GT code gives you. So if you'd like to, for the viewers, let us know exactly what the GT code gives you, and I guess what we're going to be picking up afterwards.
Yeah, after that really nice clip by susreime, just laying the power bomb in a precise spot, doing the clip, and then that really tight short charge into the speedball. So yeah, the reason we need to get no minor items, no energy tanks, no nothing before GT code is just because we need to get all that stuff for 135%. But of course, there's extra 35% on top of the 100%. And that's the 100 missiles, 20 supers, 20 power bombs, 7 E-tanks, 3 reserve tanks, and all the major items except for Screw Attack, which is right outside GT's lair, that GT code will give you. And it doesn't give you them. It doesn't add them onto what you have. It just sets your ammo capacity and energy capacity and all that stuff. It sets that to collected. So even though susreime didn't collect the speed booster, wow. Well, very nice.
Almost speechless.
Just barely missed it. Just barely missed that Hodorubi special strat from on there, but still really nice. But yeah, as I was saying, it doesn't. It's even though susreime didn't get the speed booster, unlike Rusty who did before GT codes, he still does have that speed booster. So So yeah, GT code does just set all your items to collected. That I said that is not things like screw attack or and it doesn't like delete some items. That would just be weird. I say weird,
So
but this
however, any
a dev
item
code
that
is
you
pretty
picked
weird.
up, I was going to say any item that you picked up before the GT code will no longer appear in the game. So, for instance, Rusty picked up speed. If he was to go back in the speed booster room, you would not find it there.
Yeah, that's also important to mention. So that's also why susreime couldn't pick up the moat missiles. Neither could Rusty, of course. But it was much more important for susreime because he was doing those bomb jumps over moat.
Yeah, imagine how easy this category would be if you could, pick up stuff and still get that 135%. You could really go into any of these areas extra stealth, but it's
Yeah, I
so
mean,
front loaded hard because of that limitation.
yeah, and Rusty just having a bit of difficulty with Ridley. He does have that E tank right after Ridley, so he probably won't be in any danger of dying. But Ridley just not being really nice to Rusty here. This is just unfortunate.
Now, Rusty has those reserves. Okay,
Yeah,
Ridley's
he
dead. I was
does.
going to say, if he got into trouble, he has those reserves, but they're not set on auto. So that, playing with fire a little bit there, but he made it through. He's totally cool.
Yep, he is most certainly fine.
And susreime is already going to pick up the speed missiles here. I didn't even catch him go get the wave missiles. So holy cow,
Yeah,
he's just trucking it.
he's going really fast. So
Oh,
important a thing that's also going to come up. susreime is going to have to do a specific lineup here. He's going to have to rub Samus up against the right side of this this little pocket where the missile is. You'll see that there, and he turns around, does the spark. That lineup there, that's going to mean he won't bonk on the slopes in Speed Booster Hallway. So that's important little piece of tech.
what a legend! Like it was just the easiest thing in the world for him.
Indeed, yeah. Ooh, just barely missed that D boost. Just not quite what he wanted, but is it
That's right.
important? He's gonna remember that he does still have to get these, so he's gonna reroute to get these now, or maybe that was his plan all along. Who knows? But I
Oh
suspect
no,
he's
I'm
trying
not
to
going
do
to
that
tell you
D.
what I call those missiles.
I just call
Those
them
missiles are
the lower bubble mountain missiles. That's what I call them.
I call them the BS missiles because I just miss them all the time in this in this
I mean, it's
category or another
very
category.
I mean,
Plus, they're
it's
really
very
hard to get smoothly.
yeah, it's hard to have a good strat. There's the D boost strat in Hundo, but you don't need to lay the power bomb like you do in Hundo because you need to get cathedral missiles after GT code.
Yep.
And
So you're going to see some really cool routing here. Again, if you're a fan of Hundo or you're familiar with Hundo, because we start in Lower Norfair when we go to pick
wow.
up all these items, we have a lot of stuff we have to take care of, and it's going to be in a wildly different order than you're used to seeing, which makes for some really inventive strats.
Yeah, really, just really crazy D boost there from susreime and Norfair Reserve room. That was just really crazy.
I can't keep up, dude. He's just too.
He really is. He's just crazy.
It's Rusty a little bit too. I'm sorry, Rusty. I think you're doing a really good job. But Rusty knows who he's up against.
Yeah, I mean, he said in the race room when picking this category, he was just giving the crowd what they wanted. Yeah, it's understandable.
I was almost a little bit worried that I wasn't going to get to see susreime run Max GT in this tournament because who's gonna race this guy? And I'm telling you what, if I face susreime, this is my banner.
I think it's going to be everybody's ban after this match against susreime. I felt slightly bad when I saw him enter because I was like, "There's no way anybody's going to let him run Max GT. There's just no way." But yeah,
Wardrink was saying about the same thing that you and I talked about earlier, that it would absolutely be an honor to race susreime in Max GT code.
oh wow!
But I'm also
What
trying
was
to
that
stay in the
quick
tournament.
drop? What
Yeah,
was that
drop
quick
was
drop
fine.
from susreime? Oh my god! And now he's just gonna what the? This just as a speedball and croc speedball. I've never seen anyone do that before. That's just oh
I've
my
seen a
god!
reverse speedway, but definitely haven't seen it going down that way.
It didn't
Dude.
quite. Nice grapple on Croc there. Just having a bit of fun. Obviously, Crocomire was not designed to be grappled, but but
I mean, Seth did say he came for the memes. I mean, that is why he's in this tournament.
I mean, yeah, it's the meme tournament for a reason.
I mean, with the categories and this just being kind of an atypical Super Metroid tournament, I'm really proud to be a part of it. So I'm really excited to give some of these categories a little bit more attention. Maybe kind of get the speed gaming world to kind of understand that there's more to a game than just how fast can you beat it and with how little. There's so many different ways you can play this game. It's versatility to me is unparalleled in gaming, at least to my knowledge. And frankly, I don't
Yeah,
know that much, but it's unbelievable.
game fun, play fun game. That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also worth noting, I forgot to mention this when we were talking about what GT Code does. GT Code does give you Grapple Beam and X-Ray, but it doesn't show them on the HUD. So you have them; they exist. Like you might have seen Rusty accidentally menuing to X-Ray earlier, but yeah, you do have them. They exist. You don't need to collect them. But yeah, that's just worth noting about the category. Really nice mid-air stationary spin jump there from susreime. That's just wow. Unparalleled spin jump control and even.
I agree. Now, I have a question for you, MM2. If susreime were to save and reset, would Grapple and X-Ray appear on his HUD, or only if he
Yes.
picks them up physically?
They would appear if he saves and resets.
There's your favorite utility, favorite tool. No, I'm just kidding. But really nice spring ball jump in the cosine room and excellent D boost out. susreime pulling out all the swag.
Yeah, I'm just gonna I think for today I'm just gonna recuse myself from hating spring ball. Just for today, just because susreime has demonstrated its utility just at this level. It's just crazy. I can't bring myself to hate it for today.
So
But
maybe there's one category that you might enjoy spring ball just a tad.
one category, one runner at this insane sort of level. But yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like whether you like it or not. When you see somebody do something so extremely well, it's hard not to be appreciative of it. It's hard not to, just like music. I might not like a particular genre of music, but I can certainly be impressed by the talent that it takes in order to, play it. So same thing goes with, perhaps a strat or a utility in the game I don't like. And Rusty remembering to pick up those cathedral missiles, and he's going to make his loop around Upper Norfair. susreime going to collect these missiles, and he will leave Upper Norfair. And my guess is that susreime will go to Meridia next and probably wreck ship, but
Yeah.
we'll let it go. And that was really cool. So, by the way, Speed Gaming 5, thank you so much for the raid. I think we had a raid earlier that I had neglected to mention, so I apologize for that. But hopefully, y'all are enjoying this wonderful display of skill and execution. Rusty going to make his loop around, going to go down and get his Crocomire items. And oh yeah, there you go, susreime. Remember that you have to come in here and you have to get the crate missile and the crate E10.
Yeah, and in a lot of hundo rounds, you'll have to come back for the crate missile here that's locked by power bombs. But in this category, because of course you can't get the E-tanks before GT code, you have to come back for crate E-tank as well. So yeah, really nice to really good that susreime remembered. And
The
also
best
really
time
nice
around
door
it
open.
also.
Yeah, really nice door open there from susreime earlier in the room, so he could get that mock ball easier through the room. Didn't quite get the full speedball, but that's still a really nice strat.
You mentioned that strat because it's really hard to get into that crate missile room and shoot the door and not fall back through it. So very just excellent, precision movement.
Yes, I think susreime might be the king of that, at least in this category.
There you go. Rusty was memeing a little bit, doing the moon dance, moonwalking with Crocomire.
Yeah, I think it might be the reason that susreime didn't open the tube earlier was because he only had one power bomb and he needed that to get to the lower the lower part of Upper Norfair to get to Lower Norfair earlier. So that might be why I didn't open the two.
Really sweet. So, Hundo fans out there, you might realize that susreime neglected to get the speed missile when he made his way on the main street there. The reason he's doing that is because in this category, it's faster to pick. Oh, nice grapple strats, dude.
Wow,
Where's
that's
MGA in the chat, man?
yeah. Where's MGA? Is MGA here? I don't know. And just shooting those missiles.
You gotta love it.
Yeah,
You
just
gotta love it. But it is actually faster in this category to pick up those Main Street missiles a little bit later because you're going to be exiting Meridia to go into Rex ship. So you're going to see a slightly different Meridia than you would find in like 100% category.
yeah. Also worth noting, we will not be seeing Shack Tool. We will not be seeing Plasma. We will not be seeing Space Jump picked up. So yeah, for all you Shack Tool lovers, this is not the category for you. Sorry to disappoint you.
I mean, it is a main category. I wouldn't put it past one of our runners to just pop in to visit a Shack Tool just to execute them.
I mean, if you really want to go and susreime might have not. Is he gonna just go and do beach later?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
what I'm looking at too.
I'm pretty sure he skipped the beach. This could be bad, but
yeah, I don't even know how you would route that back in.
I mean, maybe it's faster to do it later. Yeah, hopefully he remembers to do that.
I see him do it later, and it is faster. I'm going to be taking notes. But meanwhile, before we worry too much about it, you see susreime right there taking out Batoon with what we call microwave strats, and that's basically where you use the charge and the full beam combo of wave ice and plasma, and you can use the X-ray to kind of continuously hit the enemy over and over again. Um, and you know what? Pretty quick, we're also going to start seeing some of these damage down strats from susreime also set up for Rex ship a little bit later.
Yeah, so important to know, susreime is, as I said earlier, he did drain his reserves, so he'll be setting up for that bowling skip trick, which does require you to be in crystal flash range. Maybe he's saving it for later so you can get the damage from all the enemies up in the beach area. Who knows? Yeah, I know.
It
Like,
is possible.
really nice full halfy from susreime. But yeah, so he's gonna missile these turrets here, and then he's gonna grapple for the entirety of Dragon's appearance fanfare. So yeah, he's gonna takes that hit. No spike suit. He won't be keeping it anyways. Or maybe he will. I mean, that's a spike suit. But he will.
And with spring ball, no less.
Yeah. Yeah, that X-ray did erase the spike suit. Oh wow.
It's like intentional chain damage.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully not too much intentional chain damage.
So we did have a question in chat that you have to loop around for the second sand pit, right? Yeah, and you went susreime and Wesley, of course. Well, did susreime get the precious missile? I didn't happen to notice. He did. Okay, good. Yeah, he will be looping around. Both runners will be looping around to get both sand pits covered. Just won't be making the visit to Shack Tool.
Yeah, so we're gonna. So also worth noting, susreime picked up the Batoon E-Tank here early here. In a normal Honda run, you would get it later, but susreime picks it up early so he could get all that damage from Dragon and have it count.
Yeah, and he's gonna keep. Oh, sweet, very well done.
Wow, really nice.
Yeah, he's gonna keep damaging himself, kind of randomly, or well, it's not really random. It's for him, it's very deliberate. It might look random, like, oh, why is he taking damage? And again, like MM2 said, he's trying to get himself down to crystal flash health, which for something later that I personally don't want to spoil.
Yeah, it's all I'm gonna say is stick around. It's gonna be really exciting to see. And interestingly, Rusty's going to get these Main Street missiles a bit earlier. He's going to get them Yeah, susreime has not gotten these yet. He's gonna get them later.
Yeah, usually right there, if you get them later, you can just go down to that left ledge there, right where Rusty was just standing, and you can make your way out of Meridia right there and make that your last missile pickup. Also, Rusty going for a nice, neat little spark up there. I like that spark. Get through that room a little bit swagalicious. Good job.
Yeah, couple swag points plus, but I don't know if it's actually faster.
I think with the crash animation, it's probably not. It almost makes me wonder if Rusty forgot he has a space jump. You know what I mean?
I mean, it could be, but I doubt it. But okay, susreime did. I think he might have meant to take that damage there, but who knows?
So I imagine we're gonna see a green gate glitch here.
Yeah, he's got 15 tries at it, so and that hit was intentional there.
This gate sometimes I can't even make in 20 tries. This is the only green gate I can't hit reliably. It's for some reason there's something about this one. It's just tricky.
It really is. Gets it though, very nice. So yeah, 5 supers remain, so he did have to spend 10 supers on that gate, but did get it before 0, so he didn't have to go around and just lose a bunch of time.
Yeah, I think it's approximately a 20 to 30 second time sync to go back through the crate area, and it looks like we are going up to the beach right now. That's my guess. So come on. Yeah, susreime knows what he's doing. He's not going to leave any objects behind. No packs left behind here.
Yeah, so when I was kind of freaking out when he left the beach items, but that's because I was expecting the go up to Plasma area and through Cack Alley back to Sandpits like you do in normal Hundo, but susreime's just gonna go left for the Green Gate and then back to the Crab Shaft and then Aqueduct that way, which will save him which will probably save him some time, and also it will allow him to get some damage on these enemies here, which will take a bit of damage. Oh.
You can make the world a brighter place for yourself and others by donating plasma at CSL Plasma. Make over $1,000 this month and help people with rare and serious diseases. Visit your local CSL Plasma Center and start donating today.
How is Apartments.com so sure that we'll still have the most listings in the future? By going there.
No listings in 2178.
With the possible exception of the year 2178. Apartments.com, the most popular place to find a place.
Which will deal a bit of damage.
Yeah, Meridia enemies are super duper tough. They're, obviously this is supposed to be the area before Lower Norfair, so as you kind of go through the game, the enemies hit progressively harder and harder because of what the vanilla game expects you to have as far as tools and items and utilities. But how about this sync we have from Rusty and susreime? Obviously different times in their run. But like I said on them too, I'm going to be taking notes watching what susreime is doing because I typically tend to go through Meridia a little bit closer to my Hundo route, with the exception of picking up those speed missiles later. So this could be faster because I do go to Plasma and I do go to Cack Alley, and I think I like this routing a little bit better.
I mean, if you see the best in the world of this category do it, then it's probably faster. That's just my guess.
Right.
Yeah, so also worth noting, susreime only has 10 supers, so he can't really afford to spend so many supers on that gate, because if he's at 0, that could be bad news bears for susreime, but I trust he'll have a backup.
Doesn't it kind of blow your mind that almost regardless of what category you run in Super Metroid, you're always short supers?
I mean, supers are just a valuable commodity, and there aren't many enemies to drop them reliably, like cack attacks, and that's basically it.
Swift double deboost off of those EV particles.
Might have even been triple. That was a crazy much deboost, and Rusty just showing the door to Boss Moon, just saying it's not your stage today.
Susreime likes this green gate so much he has to route it in twice.
Yep.
And meanwhile, back to Iron Rusty for a moment, because Susreime's almost done with his Meridia clear up here. Iron Rusty
Hopefully he
is
gets
going
it.
to.
If he gets
I hope he gets it. I was going to say we're going to see a different dragon fight.
Oh,
Oh
last
my
super.
gosh, are you kidding me? What a legend, man. We see Rusty going to Dragon, and there's a nice spark using intended strats. Intended strats from that's actually how the game intends you to get the speed missiles kind of go into that room and run out. And I personally think that's harder than the two other available strats for that. But
I mean,
really super job.
They both use short charges though, which are not intended. But yeah.
Correct. But we're going to see a microwave fight from Iron Rusty. So we saw that on the Batoon fight. So we're going to see Rusty is going to take out Dragon just a little bit different than Susreime did. And we'll be looking to conserve probably much more of his health. Meanwhile, we're going to see Sus completely continue to damage himself down. And, you know, everybody just hold on to your seats for just what we're going to see next. Looks like he's going to farm some supers here and do a little bit of red. Okay, he does his red tower here. I do my red tower a little bit later in the run. So once again, I'm going to be taking notes from the master here.
Yeah, I mean, you're already here, so why not do it? That's generally how it works. Yeah, okay, so Susreime is at 7 E-tanks, so he does need to be a lot lower than he already is. Just barely bonking with that springmill jump there.
I mean, there are these side hoppers here that deal a ton of damage, so I don't think he's going to have any trouble if he's careful.
Yeah, and also the crabs that deal 120.
That's probably what he's waiting for. I don't know, I don't remember exactly what those crabs are called, but they are beastly.
Sizers. They only deal 120
Sizers.
suits, but I would not be surprised
That's
if
right.
to turn off his suits.
Crankert in the chat pointing out that Susreime also needs 10 supers in order to pull off this Crystal Flash. So I don't know if Susreime is going to change his mind and go for bowling a second time, or, you know, because unless he stops at the ship, where are we going to get those supers from?
All right, so he won't be doing bowling skips, so that's unfortunate. But the gate said no, so yeah, you gotta obey the gate. Feels bad.
Well, I mean, he could continue to. Well, if I was going to say he could continue to farm from the cack attacks, but they're most likely. But yeah, but that would, that would require him to continue to have to go in and out, in and out, in and out.
Yeah, and it's gonna deplete the bowling skip time save at some point. So, yeah.
So for anybody that wants to know what the bowling skip move is, I'm not going to spoil it for you because I have a feeling that Susreime is going to run this again at least one more time in the tournament, and y'all will just have to tune in and find out.
And I mean, it's not just him who does it. I do it in my runs. I bet a bunch of other people in this tournament will do it in their runs. So yeah, you can watch those. You can watch those races because I will bet you money this will not be the only Max GT race in this tournament. I hope it's not.
Who knows? Who knows? I'm hoping to do a little bit of Max GT in this tournament. Like we were talking about, it's become one of my favorite categories lately. So, but me, I don't do the bowling skip. That's above my pay grade.
It's a difficult trick for sure.
I just think to myself, that's so much you have to think about because again, if you remember, the setup started like in Meridia, and here we are at Wreck Ship right now, and that's quite a long setup for a trick that saves about, I don't know, about what, 45 seconds maybe.
I don't know how much time it saves. I'm not going to say a number. I'm just going to be that.
And worth noting that the room Susreime is in, usually we get those missiles before the ship is turned on, but since we killed Fantoon earlier, we had to get him now, and you should see that room is significantly more dangerous, but fortunately, in this category, we are well equipped. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Wow, just wow, that's crazy.
Seriously.
So okay, so Susreime will be picking up this E-tank, so that's going to heal him from all the damage he's taken throughout since boss room E-tank. And Rusty going to be continuing for the second sand pit before he heads to Wreck Ship himself.
Yeah, but I also want to mention, I want to say that that drop into that to those spikes down there from susreime, I feel like is deliberate. I've seen him do that in a couple full runs before, so that might be a faster way to get through the room. But really, really unique strats, really different ways to play the game. You can note the difference between Rusty and just for perspective, everybody. If you can complete this category, you're a pretty good Super Metroid runner. So I want to give shout out to Rusty for a pretty good show there. He just happens to have the unfortunate disadvantage of running against one of the best people in the world in this category. Rusty's doing a heck of a good job
Oh
himself.
wow! Look at susreime's attic. Oh my
And
god. See, just the grapple, the shot, the everything. That was just an insane attic there from susreime. That's one of the hardest rooms. And since you only have to open the right door, since the left door is already open, you can just go straight to the left and then back right. Unlike what you do in Hundo, and that'll just let you do just some insane deboosting, grappling, everything, and even more grapple deboosting. This is just crazy there from susreime. Oh my god.
every time I want to give Rusty attention, or every time I want to talk a little bit about a tech or a strat, Susreem just, oh my God, he just does just
There's too
something
many.
ridiculous. It's just hard to keep up.
Yeah, there's just too many strats there from susreime. Just you can't talk about any one for more than 5 seconds, then it'll show you another. So okay, so susreime will need to go back on not what he will normally do. He'll have to go backwards to bowling and do bowling a second time. But yeah, he will remember to do it. Good job.
Yeah, right. And if and
Gosh,
again, like we were talking about earlier, if y'all want to know what that bowling skip is, make sure you stay tuned for MM2's Max GT code if he happens to run it during this tournament. He said there's a couple other ones, so if you follow this tournament closely enough, you'll get to see it. And there's a nice swag bowling spark from Susarine, which is a pretty tight short charge. Not the tightest in the game, but it is tough to do.
agreed. And Rusty tickling that fish and then just destroying it. I think that might have been the Sephi fish today. I
Yeah, I
can't.
think it has something to do with which direction it's
It
facing, right?
is, but
Hawk or Seppi?
it is, but I don't know um which way is which. I think it's right. I think right is Sephi. So yeah, who knows? Maybe one of them is in the chat and they can sort this dilemma out for us.
I came to Super Metroid so late in my life that for me these are just legends. So I'm aware of it, but I don't know the full story behind any of it.
Yeah, I mean, same story here. Just this game has a long and storied history about behind every runner, so it's crazy.
Yeah, it's also worth mentioning for everybody that the GT code is approximately 10 years old from what I've been told. Was
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info.
Ooh, have you looked on the bright side?
Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something brighter.
Oh, no. Your camera's on. This is actually happening. Camera.
What happens when you're in the middle of a call and need to conduct your business? Introducing BRB Bot from Sherman. It creates a digital doppelganger to stand in for you on video calls and features a range of human reactions, such as laughing at your boss's terrible jokes, reacting to being told you're working all weekend, and much more. BRB Bot, just the latest way Charmin is innovating how you enjoy the go.
Metro by T-Mobile knows you work hard to get ahead, so we're giving you the tools you need to rule your day. Right now, there's 0 fees to switch. Plus, get 4 free Galaxy phones. Just $25 a line for 4 lines. Metro, empowering you to rule your day.
when it was first discovered, I think, I don't know exactly by who, but I think it was somebody was hacking the game's code and found that code and pulled it to everybody.
Yeah.
And three categories were derived from it, which is pretty cool.
I mean, even more than just the 3 you think of with the GT in the name. Oh wow! Oh my god! And Susreime just that's just so Shiny Zenny made that RTA viable, and then just Susreime just doing it just like that. That's just It's crazy. Like Behemoth, when he was running Hundo, he didn't think that that Ocean Speedball there was RTA viable, and then just susreime. Just wow. But yeah, I think the GT code was discovered by somebody looking for the code that sets Samus's health to full after series.
Watch this strat, by the way. I'm sorry to cut you off, MM2. susreime has this really dope strat. It's not the Gauntlet Spark like you're used to seeing. I hope he can pull it off.
It's gonna be soft poops.
Pull down to your butts, man.
Oh my god, this will be crazy. Here we go.
Get it. Oh, man.
Halfway through, that's crazy.
I'm not going to say what I think that strat is called, or there's a strat that's really close to that has a very special name, but if you get a chance to look that up, or maybe chat will help you prove that.
Oh my god. He's not even done. Is he? Oh, the spark just barely ran out. So that's just Gauntlet with the Gauntlet spark that most runners do in Hundo, and then just susreime with that. Just, oh my god. And now he just jump morphs into the Gauntlet E-Tank. The Gauntlet missiles. If you fall down on one side or the other, you have to fall down both. If you fall down on only one side, you have to go back all the way through Gauntlet. But
yeah, I think there's one runner who's played Super Metroid and have gone through that room and hasn't blown that at one point or another. So, Mr. in chat pointed out about you needing a specific amount of speed. That's one really interesting thing about strats. And Super Metroid, it's not just go fast all the time. Like these runners are not just holding the run button down the entire time. They're managing their speed so it is exactly as it needs to be to pull off certain strats. The speed booster itself is an interesting utility for this game and how it can be used to store your fast, to use your fast. Just the tech is just almost limitless in this game.
Yeah, this game is full of just secret strats that are just waiting to be found, and just susreime putting on an absolute madman display for us today. But yeah, susreime, after that Gauntlet, he's going to be going into Brinstar for the Brinstar cleanup portion of this run. You saw him go through here earlier, do that early supers mock ball to get the early supers, skip sports bond, done in basically every Super Metroid run, so very standard. And oh, he just barely misses that reverse mock ball there. But
yeah, which in this category, in my opinion, is way harder than Hundo with the amount of juice you have behind Samus to try to get that done.
Yeah, it's crazy. And now he's just gonna spring ball out of there, just like nobody's business. Wow.
He's using extra spring ball strats on him too, just because he knew you were going to be doing comms tonight.
Probably. Okay, Rusty making his way into Attic now. He's going to be, of course, shooting all these guys here. Has to go all the way left, and then he'll be just space jump, screw attack through everything, and then going through the Attic missiles, which, yeah, as we said before, are just quite annoying to get. You gotta missile everything. Missile these robots out of the way. Sometimes you want to take a hit to clip through them, and it's just really, really awkward, really weird, especially with screw attack, which just negates your iframes if you use it.
Yeah, that room is really difficult. It's much easier in Hundo when you don't have to worry about your iframes being negated by that screw attack. But also, you notice Rusty he was using his plasma beam a little bit on those key hunters, and that kind of slowed him up a bit because you just kind of clip right through them. And oh my God, more grapple strats from susreime. A lot of enemies, by the way, are like one-hit kills with that grapple beam. I can't wait to see what's next. There's some really cool strats here. There's one in particular coming out of sports spawn missiles that I hope susreime gets. It's just a feast for your eyes.
Agreed. Rusty having a bit of difficulty getting that sky missiles. He just wants, you gotta shoot it, and you also gotta like actually get the missile. So yeah, simultaneous item fanfares from both runners. And now
Mission Impossible.
Yeah, Mission Impossible on Susreime's side. Very nice. That's actually quite a difficult strat. You got to get a particular jump, then a quick drop, then a particular jump again after grabbing the item. So it's quite difficult, but just nails it.
Think about this also in this game that we're playing here. Just how many different rooms we have. I think there's got to be well over 200 rooms in this game, and each room has like a multitude of strats. You know, you'll notice when you see Rusty do a room that susreime has already done, that the strats are not identical. You know, so that's the other great adaptive thing about Super Metroid is it can really you can kind of tailor the game to your ability. You can kind of tailor the game to the strats you enjoy or the strats you want to work at. It's the versatility is outstanding. So please, chat, you know, get out your old Super Nintendos and whip out that Super Metroid cart and give some of the stuff a go.
Yeah, and speaking of, you should also give these runners a follow. Their Twitch links are in the chat, and yeah, they definitely deserve it. You can watch them do their runs, watch them do everything they decide to stream. So you definitely give them a follow.
And susreime, this strat is so swag. He's gonna go back and try it again. It is too awesome.
Oh yeah, he gotta get it.
Oh no! Come on, do it. You know.
Yeah, and also if you do feel so inclined, you should give my co-commentator Kev Nastix a follow. My pleasure to be able to co-com this amazing match with you, Kev.
Thank you. I was really sad that Mr. Guy Average wasn't able to participate tonight because he originally planned on doing Tom's review, but when I saw that space was open, I absolutely wanted another chance to do Tom's review. It's always a blast. It's always a good time.
Warms my heart to hear you say it.
Thank you. So I tell you, it's much easier to do comms with you than it is to race against you. So for me, it's like a win-win.
Yeah, you beat me in the GT Classic tournament, so I mean that
was
a well. yeah, I mean once, but I mean
it was a fair win. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. But I'll race you anytime. Win or lose, it's always fun.
Rusty just sitting on the moat, just doing a bit of spring ball. I have no doubt in my mind that was for me, and me in specific.
So, yeah, speaking of following the runners, we talked a lot about susreime, but it's also worth mentioning that Iron Rusty is a very versatile Super Metroid runner. He has times in a multitude of categories, including really difficult categories such as RBO. So, you know, Iron Rusty is no slouch. It just if you look at like, well, why is he so far behind susreime? Susreime is just he's playing with a whole nother set of physics than the rest of us. I don't even know. It's just wild.
It really is. And speaking of, while you're going on about Rusty, every time it's every time, but he got an insane speedball into the behind morph power bombs, and then he got the really hard spring ball bounces into the space jump through construction zones.
So folks, watch this race 2, 3, 4 times.
Yeah, you will not regret it. Susreime is just too good. You should watch his max percent PB. It's super good.
Rusty getting that swag gauntlet spark. I actually don't know the setup for the wraparound shot for this category, so I just kind of like to space jump through there. But great job from Rusty showing a little bit different tech going through the gauntlet area than we got to see from susreime.
I mean, yeah, susreime definitely like.
I've travelled all over the country talking about saving with Geico, but that's the important bit, isn't it? Showing up, saying hello, fancy a nice chat. And then we talk like two old friends about sticky buns and all the savings you could get by bundling your home and car insurance. But here's the real secret: eye contact. Do you feel that? We just had a moment. Who'd have thought it?
Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance.
you don't hear his name every day. I think it's mainly just because he usually runs this category, not much else. But yeah, he's definitely one of the most underrated SM runners. So you should definitely give him a follow and check him out when you can.
I think one of the best parts about this tournament is going to be that we are going to get to see a runner like susreime run more categories than what we're used to seeing. Because, like I said, he ran. Oh, please get that Terminator tank, Rusty. Are you going to come back for that later? Maybe he's going to come back for that later.
You get it before G4 because you run through Terminator then.
All right, yeah, these guys do a little bit different route than I do. So, believe it or not, in my run, Terminator is the last item I get. I do a very late gauntlet in my routing.
I mean, same here, but I do gauntlet right after wreck ship, just like susreime. But yeah, crazy. So also worth noting, I didn't mention this earlier, but susreime turned off ice in the beach area, which is important because like all these enemies in the early game areas, they're like it's just ice is just hit everything with 2 shots beam. So so worth noting there, he didn't have ice, so he wasn't able to freeze the enemy name Boyons in the Climb Supers area, but
yep.
he will want to turn ice back on for Turian.
To be fair, not that he needs it, but it will make the Metroid rooms go significantly faster.
Yeah, and he'll get to showcase off all the extremely hard and difficult and tight Metroid room strats that I'm sure he'll be doing. But yeah, susreime even space jumping the old Mother Brain missile, something nobody else would even dare to do. This is just a crazy feat, a crazy run from susreime.
Please get this mock ball. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Didn't even have a doubt. Of course he got it.
That is ridiculous. That and the watering hole to me, I think, are the 2 most difficult mock balls in the game.
The watering hole mock ball? Which
yeah,
one?
The one coming after you get the super missile and the missile when you're in that room with those little winged insects, and you do that mock ball. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain, but.
Oh yeah, then you do the unmorph to save a bit of time leaving there. Yeah, that's a mock ball there. But yeah, so susreime, fairly obviously the first runner to the Golden 4. So now we're gonna get a couple seconds, 30 or 40, to watch susreime apparently just do HBJ's practice for fun, because why not? Oh my god, this.
I have never gotten 1 HBJ over the moat. Meanwhile, anybody that's coming into our round late, go back and check out and see how susreime managed to get across the moat in the early game. About like, I don't know, 12, 15 minutes into the run, because it is just unreal. Just his control with those bomb jumps, and especially how he got up Red Tower, was just out of control.
Yeah, it's just crazy from susreime.
And susreime is going to destroy my PB with how many resets did he have? At least one?
Just the one to Phantoon. And then he missed the moat like 3 times total. Yeah, that's just crazy. And also worth noting, susreime turned off his suits. I can't quite remember why he did that. I think it might be something to do with stand-up, but also he turned on Ice Beam, so...
Yeah, with all those E-tanks, it's going to be a little easier to damage down. I'm not as gutsy as susreime. Like, I'm totally keeping my gravity suit on, like 100%, but you got to think about it. In addition to the 700 energy that you get... In addition to the 700 energy you get from the GT code, you're also picking up all 14 E-tanks. So, yeah.
So yeah, instead of the never mind. He won't be taking any damage from those side hoppers.
Holy crap. Yeah, because susreime is definitely going to go for stand-up. Or...
I'd be extremely surprised if he didn't. Yeah, okay, maybe skip coming up from susreime. Here we go.
I don't remember what kind he does. Spring ball?
Of course he does, spring ball. Oh, barely missed it. Yeah, this is why he turned off at least Varia soon, because that'll make this drain really quick.
Yeah, if you miss babies, oh no, not facing right. We're gonna lose a couple frames.
You have like no time to face right if you do spring balls at baby skip, so I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like. This is a handful of frames. Oh, please tell me we're gonna do a crystal flash. Are we gonna crystal flash? You animal. His last save is really.
I think.
Oh, reserves. Okay.
Reserves, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, he's gonna be crystal flashing at Mother Brain. Oh my god.
What a legend. Oh man.
Yeah, he's gonna be crystal flashing for sure. Look at this. Speed zap skip. Just because. No down back zap skip for susreime, just speed zap skip.
Oh my gosh.
He won't be able to he's not gonna be able to take too many hits. I think Mother Brain's an Oko. At this point, he's got 120. I think Mother Brain deals exactly 120. So he's gonna have to take a lot of damage from the acid here.
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous.
Oh no. He can't make it. He can't make it.
That's not good.
He doesn't have reserves. Oh my god.
Well, this is a surprise, everybody. Maybe he's trying to take a hit from like an onion ring or something, hope it drops him down.
Yeah, I think that's the hope. But this is not good for susreime. He's in uncharted waters. Oh, and the meatball just insta KOs him. That's just.
Couldn't he have put a suit on?
Yeah, I think the best play would have been to put a suit on and then just take the hit.
So his last save is at Fantoon. So this is an super surprise from Iron Rusty. I guess he picked the right category.
Well, this was just a crazy run, and so we did have a forfeit from susreime, but he just unforfeited from the race, so maybe he'll be continuing from whatever save. I think his last save was before GGG.
Okay.
So yeah, now Rusty's in the lead.
Now, I'm not gonna completely throw Rusty under the bus here, but I have seen Rusty have some trouble on stand-up glitch. So I wonder if he's watching the race. I wonder if he knows what has happened to susreime. I mean, if he's in the chat, he's going to see that susreime had forfeited and then unforfeited. So let's see what susreime is going to do right now. Again, it is Super Metroid, and although it's highly unlikely that something bad is going to happen to Rusty, I mean, we just saw what I would call something extremely unexpected. So
I gotta agree, that was just extremely unfortunate and unexpected from susreime. But yeah, just that I gotta agree with chat. Just a heartbreaker. That was just so sad.
You know what? As bad as I feel about it, there's not one of us that hasn't been in that exact same position. You know, you run enough races and you're going to have a late game disaster like that. It's just you kind of come to terms with that. You accept that in the game.
Yeah, I remember the first time I died to Mother Brain 2 in an 80% weekly race. Insane Firebat. Oh, and susreime takes another death after getting the GG. That hurts. Been there. But yeah, the first time I died to Mother Brain 2, like catch up in a weekly race, Insane Firebat called it like a rite of passage or something. Just found that funny.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's kind of funny too because let's see, what are they asking? They're asking what category is left. Because of the vetoes that our racers have picked, the category we have left for these two is North Korea %. So that'll be the third race. I know Rusty has a fairly decent North Korea time and is a good North Korea runner. susreime does not have a time on SRC, so I have no knowledge as to whether or not he's ever ran North Korea.
Yeah, it's just going to be really interesting to see.
Proven performance. That's a good place to start. Add to that unbeatable gas mileage, and you got yourself one heck of a gasoline. Texaco with Techron. Proven performance, unbeatable mileage, and a catchy name. Texaco with Techron. Driving performance.
How race 3 goes, assuming Rusty finishes his race out strong. He did say something in chat just now, so I'm assuming he's watching the race and he'll be probably adjusting his strats accordingly.
Yeah, and we have a question from chat. What's North Korea percent? North Korea percent is essentially the boss order, Dragon, Fantoon, Ridley, Craid, or the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. And is a really sweet run, kind of known as RBO Light because of the hell runs in the Suitless Meridia and some of that tech. It's really cool. It's my favorite.
Yeah, it's a great category. I remember I grinded it a bit a couple months back, so yeah, but yeah, this is this is just such a heartbreaker for susreime. He was just so far ahead, and now he's just back to here. This is heartbreaking.
I mean, he lost almost an entire hour.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, that's out of control.
But okay, Rusty gonna be hitting G4 at about 126 something. Gotta get that last energy tank. And susreime, wow, really nice. Wow.
Give it to me, wow.
Yeah, you said something earlier about how you can see a good Kago. That's a good Kago. He just Kagos through the flame and just blazes through the pillars room in Lower Norfair. Well, the first one. I don't think that counts as the pillars room, but it's a room, the elevator room. The room that susreime just showed everything off. Oh wait, that's every room. susreime just showing every strat off in this race.
Yeah, I wish susreime had enough time to have a second go at wreck ship so we could see that really cool bowling skip strat. But you know, if Rusty plays his cards right and knows what's going on, takes a save before Mother Brain, we're looking at, you know, I don't know, 7 to 9 minutes, and depending on how quick Rusty's Turian is, and it'll be GG.
Yeah, that's what I'm foreseeing.
So if Rusty is able to survive, this is an absolutely insurmountable situation for susreime.
Yeah, just with those clean ledge grabs, I've never seen anything like it, but nothing's going to be able to make this back.
Yeah, we got chat pointing out that if Rusty does not have a 135, you know, depending on how many items he missed, if there are penalties, it still likely would not be enough for susreime to take this victory. And we do have a save from Iron Rusty, so I'm trusting that Iron Rusty is either, you know, noticed in the chat, noticed the forfeit, and said, all right, something's up, I better do something about this, or he is watching the restream and sitting here saying, wow, this is going to game 3, how awesome.
Yeah, going to game 3 versus just such a runner as susreime, and in a category like this, this is just so heartbreaking for susreime, but just so exciting for Iron Rusty. But yeah, Rusty making his way through Metroid Room 3 and Metroid Room 4. Not going to be doing that strat we saw from susreime, but we'll be just doing the grouping strat, just the standard strat.
Nice Kagos there through the platform from susreime. So everybody in chat, let's hope Iron Rusty can pull off this baby skip, and that just will bring him one step closer to what I would imagine will be the biggest upset in the tournament. Even at the end of the tournament, I think everybody's going to be looking at this race and just being flabbergasted.
This is just going to be, I gotta agree with you. This is going to be the biggest upset of the tournament right here.
Rusty looked like he was going for the YOLO skip.
Yeah.
Made a better attempt at it than I would have made, so good job, Rusty. But let's damage down, play with the baby Metroid a little bit, and take that energy refill, please.
Yeah, notably, didn't turn off Varia unlike susreime, so he had a slower baby Metroid drain, and oh my god, what a Ridley fight there from susreime. That again, second Ridley fight, but no worse. No worse.
No, if anything, that was a better Ridley fight than the last one. Rusty, don't do it. Okay.
Yeah, I can't have 2 Crystal Flash at Mother Brain deaths. And he does get 325 from that missile refill, so that does mean he got all the missiles. Because, yeah, 325 is the max missiles you get. It's 325, 65, 65, I believe. Okay, Rusty's gonna be doing a moonfall here. You're gonna turn presumably Varia and Screw off. Yeah.
So okay, good. So he is going to be going for stand up. So
yeah, looks like it. Or maybe he
what
just wants,
the?
maybe he just wants less health for maybe wants to have to damage down less after killing Mother Brain 2, which is understandable. He has like 21 E tanks, which is what you get for in this category.
Yeah, I always prefer doing stand up to not doing stand up. I just hope Rusty makes it through there. There's about 1,001 ways to soft lock on stand up.
Yeah, I know it's just something that Chabo said in the SRL Discord. It's something. Oh wow, really nice free strap there from susreime. That was.
We made that last run too. We just didn't get to talk about it because there was too much going on.
Yeah, I agreed. But yeah, something Chabo said in the SRL Discord. Oh wait, hold on. I think this might be it.
What a Ruby special, baby.
Oh wow, just wow. even though he's like 50 minutes behind, susreime never failing to impress us. This is just great.
Yep, and meanwhile, Iron Rusty taking intentional catch up from Mother Brain, kind of work it down. Taking off Varia too. Okay, to damage down.
Oh, turn it
Whoa.
back on. Turn it
Come
back
on, Rusty. You're making me nervous here, Rusty. All right, so
yeah, no stand up, but no problem. He's got what he needs. So.
yeah, and once the baby Metroid finishes filling up Iron Rusty's energy, that is it. And this game is going to be going to a Game 3. Now, the only possible situation I could see where Rusty could die is if by some chance, he doesn't put the suit back on and we find ourselves in the climb and we don't get that spark off and we end up being in the lava, forget to turn on our suits. I mean, it would take a very special set of events for Rusty to lose this race. So I think we are looking for a Game 3, and that will be North Korea %, everybody. So we'll have to get that scheduled. Meanwhile, MM2, it's worth mentioning that at 11 p.m. tonight, we have Bands vs. Legends versus Telomorph. And I think their second match is going to follow. So hopefully y'all can stay tuned. And I think it is also on Speed Gaming too.
Yeah, it's on this very channel that you're watching, Bands with Legends versus Telomorph. On this channel, 11 p.m. Eastern. And obviously, we don't know what they're racing. And presumably they don't either. But, yeah, who knows? That's going to be a great race. Highly recommend you stick around for that.
Absolutely. So for those who don't know, basically when they're racing Super Metroid. Basically, when they get into the race room, the runners will talk to themselves, and then the higher. How does it go? Does the higher seeded runner gets the first veto or the first pick?
Higher seeded runner gets first veto.
And then the lower seeded runner gets first pick.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter in all honesty, just because
you're both going to get a chance to veto and run a category.
Yeah, everybody gets the same chance.
whoever decided to make this, a best of 3 for all the matches, thank you very much. I mean, it's double elimination. Everybody's guaranteed at least 4 races, which I think is just a marvelous way to kick off a tournament.
Yeah, I mean, some people are gonna have to lose out in 2 rounds, and that's just gonna be unfortunate. But yeah, just you're guaranteed gonna get to race at least 2 categories and probably more. So
We have a lot of great runners. A lot of good Super Metroid names are in this tournament. So, folks, stay tuned. This tournament's going to be running across the next couple months here, and I believe Speed Gaming is doing all the hosting for us. So, thank you, Speed Gaming. If you're not following Speed Gaming, please do. They have a ton of high quality content for video game lovers. So, please come in and check out the madness.
yeah, agreed. And Rusty coming up to that climb, so once he makes it through this room, this will mostly be GG. And he gets that spark up the climb, not quite the behemoth spark that you usually go for, but yeah, just enough.
I got a little nervous there. Rusty almost bopped me with his time. It's close. It's close, about a minute. Very good runner. GG Iron Rusty. Rusty is a very, very good Super Metroid runner. Does a multitude of categories. Continues to improve just every week. Do yourselves a favor. Oh, here's some memes from susreime. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, we do have a forfeit from susreime, so yeah. Rusty is the winner of this race, finishing it with official race time at GG time of 1 hour 35 minutes 42 seconds, taking the win over susreime in max GT code. We do have a forfeit from susreime, so yeah. Potentially where it ends here, but
GG to susreime too. Just some unfortunate an unfortunate situation. So really just but a very, very well played match. I mean, susreime is a legend in this category, and it was just an absolute pleasure to watch him race, and we'll get to see him race at least one more time. Meanwhile, I think we have Iron Rusty getting ready to come in for an interview, and we'll see if susreime decides to come in for one as well.
Agreed.
And we're also going to wait around to verify that Iron Rusty did get 135%, which is the max percent for this category, and that therefore will incur no penalties. But the race is his.
Agreed,
I don't know if we can get it there. Okay, we do have Iron Rusty joining us in the booth. GG Iron Rusty.
Hey, thanks for the comms, you guys. Whew.
God, that was just a great race for me. That GG to you, but that was just heartbreaking from susreime. That felt so bad to see.
Unbelievable, just that yeah, I was watching. So the awkward damage down, and it didn't add up. And yeah, you guys were talking about suits. It's like, how can you think that fast, when you're not used to whatever the setup was? Too much.
I mean, that's why we have the advantage. We're in the comms booth here right now. But I got to tell you, if I was doing the race, I'm certain the same darn thing would have happened to me. I would have forgotten something. That was pretty wild. So maybe you can tell us a little bit of like what was going through your head. susreime banned 69%. You decided to whip out max GT. What's you want to talk us through it a little bit?
I'll tell you what I was thinking. I mean, it's best at 2 out of 3. And I think I'm not favored to win any of these races. So I figured, well, if I even win North Korea and get lucky, we'd have to race max percent anyway. So I figured, let's just do it, because everybody wants to see what susreime is going to be able to do in max percent. It's just going to be really fun to watch. And if something really terrible happens and I end up winning, well, that's just fun. But I didn't actually expect it would happen.
I mean, anything can happen. This is Super Metroid, after all. It's insane what can happen in this game.
Yeah, it was really exciting to see. He was going for the bomb jumps across the moat, and I was running to get speed booster, and then we, converged, and we ended up almost fighting Phantoon at the same time with the deaths and everything. So it was like, That was too wild too. The differing routes, and then we ended up getting back together. Then of course he raced out ahead because he's got like every trick in the book. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's just got it, man. He's got this game on lock. He knows everything. Well, I wouldn't say everything, but he sure knows a lot.
here's the soft poops again. Well, sorry, I'm behind you guys. I think, but
So I didn't say that strat out loud, Rusty, earlier.
oh, I'm
I
sorry.
thought you were talking about back of Gauntlet Spark there, Kev.
Oh no.
No, I wasn't talking about the master strat. I was talking about this soft poop strat, which it looks like susreime is about to just
on.
about nail. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
And he got it.
And let's see the back of Gauntlet Spark. Let's see it. Oh,
Ah,
oh
I could pretty much watch susreime run all day. But you know what, Iron Rusty, you held your own, and definitely what a great start to the tournament. And that's got to feel like just absolute redemption after that Yapping Maw game crash incident that you had, with the Alpha Spark. I mean, this has got to feel really, really good.
Well, you guys saw just about every time I was passing those yappers, I was blowing them up this round just because I still had some.
I mean, it is the meme tournament.
I gotta kill those yappers until they stop and leave me alone, you know. But
yeah,
I think I got it out of my system. Man, that was fun.
Yeah, agreed. Max percent, just a great category. So much fun to run. I gotta agree. So, but yeah, we will have to wrap up soon, just because the next race is in 17 minutes on this channel. Bands with Legends versus Tillamorph. So you're definitely gonna be wanting to watch that one.
That was great, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Well, yeah, thanks, Rusty. Thanks for racing and being here. MM2, thanks for doing the comms with me tonight. I'm glad I was able to jump in the booth. I'm going to get going. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stick around and watch the bands and Tillamorph. I'll watch it on the replay tomorrow. But thank you, everybody. Make sure you all follow MM2. He's not just a wonderful commentator, but he's a phenomenal Super Metroid runner and a Link to the Past player, if that is correct. I don't know too much about it.
But yeah, Rusty, any final words from you?
Look forward to Game 3. North Korea % DPRK.
The best percent.